Resident Evil 2.
Resident Evil 2 for the PlayStation 1 is set 2 months after the events of the first game, and it tells the story of the Raccoon City zombie outbreak. Just like the first game, the second installment features 2 main characters, Claire Redfield and Leon S. Kennedy. Both travel to Raccoon City for different reasons. Claire is trying to find her brother Chris, while Leon is a rookie policeman who just got transferred to the Raccoon City Police Department. The game itself is divided into 2 different scenarios, which means once you beat the game with one character, you'll get to see the events from the other character's perspective. We will take a look at the scenarios considered canon, the Claire A and Leon B scenarios. No matter who you choose to play as, the game will start out with the hero's arrival in town and with them learning of its new undead inhabitants. Claire and Leon quickly bump into each other and decide to stay together. Of course, they immediately get separated after deciding this. Once the game really starts, you will have some time to get used to the game's controls. And I have to say, they feel a lot more fluid this time. That's a big plus. The voice acting is way better too. Well, most of the time.
Claire? Where am I?
It worked!
But back to the story. Claire escapes into the Raccoon City Police Department just to find the place overrun by zombies and other deadly creatures. Take those guys for example. Don't they look nice? Resident Evil 2 offers a wide array of collectible weapons to dispose of these foes. Besides the already introduced weapons from the first game, there's also a bowgun and an electrical spark gun. Leon is also able to upgrade most of these weapons. To progress through the game, you have to solve several puzzles too. They aren't too difficult to solve and just hard enough to not take you out of the flow of the game. There are also little collectibles in the game. Here's an example. In the STAR's headquarters, go ahead and check this desk over 50 times. This rewards you with a picture of Rebecca Chambers. Totally worth it. But back on track. Claire will learn that her brother isn't in Raccoon City anymore. That trip was worth it. And she also has to learn that the evil Umbrella Corporation developed a new bioweapon, the Golgotha virus, or Chi virus for short. During a time in the police department, she'll also run into Leon again and meet a little girl called Sherry. Sherry is on the run from a weird creature. This guy here.
Oh my god, what the fuck is that, bro?
From time to time, you will also take control over Sherry. She has no means to defend herself, and I know she's just a kid, but she kinda sucks. Claire's investigation also uncovers that the police department's chief is in Umbrella's pocket and that he enabled them to conduct their shady experiments in the first place. He also likes to hunt people. He sounds like an overall nice guy. But don't worry about him, he is punished appropriately. Some progress later, Claire also runs into Annette Birkin, Sherry's mother. She explains that her husband, William Birkin, is the creator of the Chi virus and that he also used the Chi virus on himself. You remember that thing chasing Sherry? Yeah, that's him. And that's not all. Beings infected with the Chi virus have the ability to implant embryos into other hosts to spread the virus more effectively. You may guess where this is going. William isn't chasing his daughter to save her, but to impregnate her. Zoinks! And he even succeeds in doing so.
Nice.
No, not nice at all. Claire now has to fight her way through yet another underground lab to find a vaccine for Sherry. And that's not as easy as it sounds, since she constantly has to fight off a transforming William.
Oh man, look at this fucking thing!
While all of this is happening, Leon's scenario has him roaming the police department too. He has his very own secret admirer, a new version of the Tyrant. And damn, that guy is persistent.
Surprise, motherfucker!
But Leon isn't alone in his fight for survival. He is joined by Ada Wong. That's a nice little callback to the first game. Unlike Sherry, she is actually able to defend herself. Ada later turns out to be a spy for one of Umbrella's competitors. That doesn't stop Leon from falling in love with her. I'm sure that's going to work out great. Leon also ends up in the secret lab and he tries to help Claire and Sherry escape. Unlike Claire, he is actually able to get rid of his stalker. Long story short, Sherry is cured, the trio escapes the lab and they blow the facility, including William, to Kingdom Come. And you just gotta love the game's closing line.
Hey, it's up to us to take out Umbrella.
I can definitely tell why people regard this game as the best Resident Evil game. The gameplay improved greatly on the first one and it is just as atmospheric as its predecessor. The only thing I don't really like about it are the jump scares. But that's a personal thing, I just hate jump scares. And here is my personal rating. This is a series first, since I give Resident Evil 2 10 out of 10 horny dads.
Nice.